Lights, camera, action.
It's your boy VA, the nigga with the white wife. The garage talk is in full effect. Hit that like, subscribe button, comment, do whatever. We giving it to you live, raw, and uncut. Ah!
Let's carry on. All right, so the next topic, we got to stay close because we want to all be in frame. So this all love. The next topic is if you have a best friend of the opposite sex. Well, maybe it don't have to be opposite sex, but just for the sake of this discussion, let's say opposite sex. You have a best friend of the opposite sex. So if you're a man, obviously that best friend would be a woman. If you're a woman, that best friend would be a man. And you've been friends, again, for the sake of argument, let's say you've been friends plus 5 years. So 5 years or more, you've been best friends with this person. Mm-hmm. And then you enter into a relationship. And the person you're dating is uncomfortable with the relationship between you and your best friend. Mm-hmm. How do you handle that? How should you handle that? How would you handle that? What do you think should happen?
A discussion.
Fucking me, I'm sorry.
Anybody could jump in.
I say a discussion needs to happen.
Between
especially the new lady and the friend. Because I feel as though...
And the man? Or just those two women? Let's say for our sake. Okay.
All three of us.
I think initially the new girlfriend and the friend should maybe chat over lunch or something like that, over a cocktail.
No, because I don't trust girls enough to do that. So I need him there. I need all three of us there so we all on one accord. Because I'm going to be able to look at your body language and your actions with him as I'm talking to both of you. And
Are you talking from the best friend perspective or the girlfriend perspective?
Well, I'm talking from the girlfriend perspective. But as far as best friend, again, that gives the girlfriend opportunity to look and see how I'm interacting with her man, per se, and or her. I don't think you can mask that too well. Like, you can kind of tell if somebody more than friend.
Yep.
But for this example, they are no more than friends.
Okay, so you haven't slept.
Take that out. No, it's never been. For the purpose of this example, it is a platonic friendship. Look, there's never been no sex, never been no lines crossed. This is just my friend.
Okay, coming from my brain or where the fuck I be thinking it, niggas are foul. This best friend that we talking about, female, the best friend, female. Would she have sex with the best friend if the opportunity before they was with this girl? Could that happen? Would you have sex with the best friend? Like, could that opportunity happen and you have sex with the? No. I bet the male on the opposite of the opportunity was presented, he would. Yep. He would. The male would. So if you go to crying on getting pissed off in your relationship about your new man, and you go to your best friend, which is a dude all the time. If the opportunity presents itself, he would try to unless he's just a stand-up nigga. And it's not a lot of niggas out here like that. It's some out, don't get me wrong. It's some, but it's a low percentage.
I have a friend that wouldn't.
I think there are friends that wouldn't. The only perspective that I'm coming from is like, how do you, as the person in the middle of the relationship and the best friend, how do you manage that? How do you manage that? Because in my book, I'm not.
Somebody's feelings gotta get hurt.
I'm not breaking up my friendship, first of all, because we've been friends for a long time. I wouldn't break up my friendship. But if I'm interested in this relationship, I don't want to break that up either. So I feel like as the person in the middle, it's up to me to manage that. It's up to me to try to figure out how we can best how I can best have my friend and my man.
Sometimes you can't have your cake and eat it too.
You
I want it all.
See, that's the problem.
I want it all.
You know what it is?
I think there is a way.
People don't want to make the hard decision. That's
but why do you have to?
Because, bro, that shit is going to bring...
Why do you have
that's
to?
life, though. That shit is going to bring stress.
That's not life,
bro, if one don't like the other, bro, why would you want that, bro?
I didn't say one didn't like the other. I just said one is not comfortable with your relationship being...
But why are you not comfortable?
That's what you have to figure out as the man in the situation. That's my point. Why would you just say, okay, you're not comfortable?
I guess.
Well, best friend, you gotta know.
Shit, like, but
best
like I said, if it was early, bro, and I knew like,
because you married for a long time.
If I just met this girl and I've been with her a year, and she's still like, bro, like me and D ain't got shit. We just good friends, bro.
Legit.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She gotta go. Like she gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Like that's but I'm just thinking from my brain like it's. Cause I've been in.
But what would you do before that line? I hear what you're saying. After a certain point, if there is no resolve, then yeah, I'm gonna make a decision. But what would you do as a man in this situation? Yes.
I'm not trying to resolve.
Why
that,
not?
I mean, I'm gonna ask and I'm gonna tell you like this is my best friend.
That's a 10-day resolution.
I'm guessing
That's
that's before we get going. Like before we get in, she gonna know like, hey, bro, I gotta, cause I know that shit might bother you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna let you know. Hey, I got a best friend that's a female. We just friends. You might see some shit that we good friends, bro. We've been rocking like this forever. Yeah. I'm gonna let that shit know up front. I ain't finna spring that shit onto you in the middle of the relationship. Nah, we gonna get all that shit out up front, cause I know how you might feel about that. And if it's still a problem and it goes on and goes on, and I told you how this is up front, you shouldn't have jumped in the relationship.
Do you put them around each other at any point?
Oh, I have to.
This is what I'm asking.
I have to. No, but I'm saying I have to. When I tell you this up front, that's gotta be known. Like she gonna be around Thanksgiving. She gonna be around birthdays. She might be around like when I need somebody to talk to. She might be the person I call. Yeah. That shit gotta be known up front. You can't spring that shit on nobody just in the middle of a relationship. You gotta let that shit known be up.
And then it's gonna be up to
the person. Now you gotta make a decision. Can I deal with that
or no?
Exactly. So when we get in this relationship, you telling me I gotta drop my best friend off now because you feel a type of way. Now you had time to think this shit through and see if you want them, and you decided to. So rock with me, bro. Simple as that. And if not, you gotta go. Like now I understand it, but like with the way I'm in my situation, like I gotta make a decision, bro, because. We hold each other down, you know what I'm saying? Like, so,
you've been married 15 years?
Yeah.
So with that, if your wife was like, I ain't rocking with her, friend gotta go.
Well, because you don't have a female best friend that's been withstanding. And like I said before, maybe I'm one of your closest female friends anyway. But I have my own relationship with her outside of you. Like we don't even have to talk. I can call her to deal with whatever we need to deal with. So for me, that is respectable. Like so, she already know it ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It ain't nothing like that. And plus, we got.
And I think it gotta be like that. It gotta the best. They gotta have a relationship with each other.
I have a question. So what if it's a bit like what if it's a girl and a guy and they're best friends, but they slept together? But they'll never sleep together again.
I don't know if you can guarantee that, boss.
No. You know for sure you're not gonna sleep together again.
I don't know about that.
So she can't have that as her best friend no more. He can't be her best friend no more.
No. So that's the way my mind think.
So essentially, she needs to lie and say they never slept together.
If you know your person,
like I said,
if that's what they gonna require.
Like I said, hey,
you know your person.
That shit be known up front. Say, bro, it's my best friend. We smashed. Like, do you still want to jump?
We have.
You gotta let that shit be. People don't let people know shit up front, bro.
So the issue, the biggest thing is the upfront. It needs to be established up front.
Gotta be.
Okay, but then what if it's established up front and shit just still get rocky?
Like I said,
because it's obvious that it's like in some situations. If you've been there first, like you've been there through this relationship or another relationship, and then here comes another person. Okay, cool, it is what it is. But that new person just don't like y'all's, like how close y'all are. They just don't like it, right? I get have a discussion up front, but at the beginning they like, oh, it's cool. Oh my God, best friends ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like once things start happening, it's like, oh, they really locked in. Oh, they really locked in. And then most women, they want to be their man's best friend. Most women want to be in that. I want you to come to me and tell me. I want to be the first person to know what's going on with you. But then if there is another person, I think if it's another man who gets that information, okay, cool, that's your homeboy. It is what it is. Y'all talk about it, y'all work it out. But if you have a woman where you like, oh, like just for instance, if you and Erica you and your wife got into it, and you be like, man, I'm gonna call D and holler at everybody and see what's going on, right? That's okay because she might do the same thing with me. Or if I got something going on, I might do the same thing with her. But in a different situation where we haven't made that bond, I think I would feel a way if you, as my man, say, I gotta go call my homegirl because this just ain't adding. I'm like, wait, your homegirl? Wait, look, what's going on? Why do you need to talk to somebody else?
Well, go call that bitch then.
Why do you got to talk to somebody else? Like, tell me what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But if it was a situation, again, that was established, I would. Because I'm a communicator. I'm a communicator off top before I'm anything.
What you think, Eve?
I would say, what are your thoughts?
I just just think when you're in a relationship and it's a serious relationship, you gotta make sacrifices. And I feel like that's the sacrifice.
It's a sacrifice,
So
bro.
you sacrifice the friend.
You sacrifice the friend?
You gotta make a. That's how I feel,
Okay,
bro.
okay,
I
that's
really,
good.
I really.
Because your
That's
friends
good, but on the
gonna
back end, that relationship does not work, right?
then you gonna call your friend.
No, and your friend gonna be like, fuck you.
Yeah,
Because that's what your
exactly.
friend should say.
No, your friend should be like, come on back.
No.
Cause I'm that friend. I be like, didn't work. Come on home,
I
baby.
think your friends know, like, though, when it's
And it
gonna work
depends
out.
on how you make
Like
that
they
sacrifice.
know, like, oh no.
Now,
this
if
is
you
different,
just
bro.
drop
like,
the
they
person,
know, bro. Like
if you
your
just drop
friend will
them-
know, and he'll be like, bro, like I understand it. You know what I'm saying? Like some friends, you gotta be a friend as well. Like Sam tell me all the time, like niggas want a friend but don't want to be a friend. Like niggas want a friend but don't want to be a friend. Like sometimes you gotta understand, like, damn, that nigga really got somebody he love over there, and it's working out for him, and it's good, and I'm causing this headache.
And usually
Hey,
if
bro,
I don't want
I
to,
gotta sacrifice this friendship. I see you on the out and about or whatever I do, but like, it's like, bro, like that shit. You gotta look at that shit sometimes. Like,
That's
put
true.
yourself in their shoes as
Because
well. Like,
if I felt some type of way when you did try to come back as my friend, I feel like I felt some type of way for you to begin with anyway. That's more than just a friend.
man.
No, I don't agree with that either.
No.
I feel
You don't have to.
No, because I feel like this.
Fuck with
If
you.
if it became a situation where you needed to draw boundaries between you and me in this friendship for the sake of your relationship, say that.
Okay.
Say, hey, Deidre, let's have a conversation. We've been cool since way back when. This is what I need to work on. This ain't got nothing to do with our friendship. I just,
But
girl is unhappy.
men are not good with having those kind of conversations.
But why
right?
not though? We should give them a
just
pass.
not.
We
shouldn't give them a
bro.
pass.
Stop. You know, males and females are built differently. Think different. You can't say giving us a pass. This shit is built in our DNA. Y'all people been saying it about us since.
To not communicate with
Yes,
DNA?
yes. I mean, not in our DNA, but it's hard. Like she said, bro. Like, man, it's been taught to us not to show our emotions or have those conversations or do those things. So it's hard to do. And when it does come out, it sounds dumb. It sounds aggressive. It sounds like we just, you know what I'm saying? Like, so don't just say, nah, we can't give them a pass. Well, we can't give y'all a pass on shit. Can't give females a pass, can't give males a pass. Like, shit, we are both equal in this shit together. Like, I hate when motherfuckers like males do this, or females. No, bro, it's both of us. Both of us are fucked up and we think different.
We're not talking about being fucked up. We're talking about communication.
But I'm saying, y'all communicate better
If I've been
than
communicating with you for 10 years, we ain't never had a problem in our communication. So what makes that a different situation? That's what I'm asking.
Because I'm sleeping with this woman who, you know, at this point, I'm kitty-matized. So,
and I got different emotions about her.
and I got different emotions. So I'm rocking with her right now. You know what I'm saying? Hold on over there.
And I'm just,
you know what I'm saying? And it just is what it is. And I just feel like as a friend, sometimes you gotta look at the situation and be like, go ahead and go be kitty-matized. And then when it's
honestly, from a
I don't have no respect for that.
When
type
you
of
have
stuff.
other you have some guy friends, right? When they get when they ain't got their girl or they ain't with no one, they're around you. They talk to you. They pick up the phone. Then once they get that girl, you don't see them no more.
Yep.
And then you take them back in. That's what your friend do. You consider that person as your friend. So that's how I look at it.
I have a friend like that. I have a friend like that right
we might
now.
not talk every day or we might not have that same relationship that we had because I know you got something going on and I don't want to bring because I see it's a good thing. But yeah, on the outside, bro, when you need something, holler at me. Or when this ain't, just holler at me, bro. It ain't got to be all in her face, all in this. Our relationship gonna have to change if I want to make this work. You can't just
Your
look at it as,
relationship does have to change. 100% agree with you. I 100% agree with you on that. My only beef is don't just take me from 100 to 0 with nothing.
With no explanation.
Do you understand?
Oh,
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. Communicate. Say, hey, this is what I got going on right now.
Saying, like, guys don't know how to communicate. Some guys don't
you
know how
gotta
to
learn.
They tend to panic.
You gotta learn how to communicate. You
That's
better
what I'm saying because I think that's an excuse if your communication was working fine up until that point, regardless of whether you attached to her vagina or not. All you gotta do is be like, hey, the situation gotta change right now. You gotta take it or you gotta leave it, and let me choose. All right, I'm gonna take it or I'm gonna
Things
leave it.
happen when sex is involved. It's just, you know, your communication get a little out of whack.
Come on, bro. Like, you got, bro. Communication for guys is totally different thing, bro.
That's a good topic for
It's a
y'all.
good topic.
That's a really good
Guys,
topic.
is a different thing. I'm not arguing with you about
But
that.
I'm saying, we the way you probably probably communicating it to us. You saying communicate? We probably tried to communicate and y'all just didn't get it, or you just didn't. And so like you call like
in my situation.
but I'm saying I understand, but I'm just saying this.
There are ways.
It's hard to like It ain't. I can't explain it. Like you say, like don't give them a pass or like nah. It's different. Like females think differently than guys, and guys think differently than females when it comes to trying to relay information to each other. Like we can tell a story in a text, and we gonna get our point off in 3 or 4, 5 sentences. When my wife send me a text, it ain't no this. Bam! Like paragraph. So I gotta process all this information.
They only read one sentence of that whole paragraph.
Bro, like so I'm just
the point is that you sent your 5 sentences, right? That's what I'm trying to relate to you. I take your 5 sentences, even if it's not what I want to see. I'ma understand it. I'ma understand it because it's something. Give me something, V. That's what I'm saying. Something. Give me something.
Same, man.
Give me something. I ain't telling you to give it to me in the way that I would give it to you. I don't expect you to communicate the way I do. That's important to me. It's not communication and words are very important to me.
I agree with you.
And it might not be as important to you.
It's communication. That's why I'm not in that category. I don't think that I'm saying like I communicate, bro. Like, and I'm not.
Why are you different?
I don't know, shit. Like,
you said men are wired like that.
Shit, I don't know why. Not all of them. Well, not all of them. I can't.
That's the point I'm making to you. Yeah. We saying the same thing.
No, bro. I can't. I'm just saying not all men are wired, but most men, bro. Like I could just. I can sit around some niggas and see how they think, bro, and you be like, shocking.
For me, like I was saying, like with men that does do that, I don't have no problem with it. Ain't no trip. And I think like if I had a girl that was a friend, I would want that from her. You know what I mean?
What?
I would want her like how my guy. If I'm with my girl and I don't call you or I'm not texting you or whatever, I'm in this relationship. I'm doing this. I would want the girl to understand it. You know what I mean? Like my guy
but you would just assume that she would understand.
That's fucking like simple.
Yeah.
How so? If y'all have a relationship too, I don't know. Like relationships are relationships.
You didn't have a relationship that was going strong before you. Now you can see as a friend that your best friend has changed and some shit has went to because of this female he's with now. Right. You can see that. Ain't no I should tell you, bro. Right. You can see that. You can see how happy the nigga is. You can see like that nigga really don't call. That's how you know because it's your best. You like nigga ain't called me in a while.
No, I still
you know the signs. That's my point. I don't care about none of that. We have to communicate.
Friend, we need to talk because now I see what you got going, but can we talk?
I understand that, like, and
I'm not mad that you.
When you say that as a best friend to me, now we gotta have that conversation. I've probably been trying to avoid this shit because I didn't know how to tell you. I didn't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how to.
It's being avoided.
That's me and my wife. Like, I was like, bro, I didn't know how to explain this to you or get it out to you the way I wanted to. Like, the way I probably would have said it, you would have took it some other way. You know what I'm saying? But I'm trying to, like, bro, I'm telling you, like, nah, bro, like that shit is hard. I'm telling you, men avoid those conversations. And I like that's real,
it's
bro.
It's interesting, but because we talked about this earlier, but when I think about it, I have a really close friend. I'm not gonna name any names, but every time he's in a relationship, he disappears, right? But we as a friend group know it, right? So then when he's single again, he wants to take us everywhere. He want to hang out, and it's like, oh, welcome back, you know. But he does it every time, and we've been friends for 25 years. And when I think about it, like it doesn't bother me that he just disappeared without notice or without saying anything, because at the end of the day, I know he's in a relationship. So I'm wondering if you do feel a type of way, what's the real issue?
It's not, I don't feel a type of way about the relationship. I feel a type of way about the lack of communication. There's always been an open exchange of communication about anything.
Well, you know, things are different when kitty cat is involved.
And while that might be the case, that does not justify a complete cut off, hang dry, nothing when you've been talking to a person consistently.
I have a homie who do it every time though.
But if we are, you and I have to be there, different personalities, because that wouldn't be okay with me in that situation.
So know your person.
Yeah.
Know your friend.
I think that's what the name of this should be. Know your people. Friends, because lovers, don't feel good to me. Particularly because I've been in the reverse and I have made it very clear, hey, this is my friend. So I understand that you might not like how we communicate or how much we communicate. I'm not going to get rid of my friendship though. If that part needs to change, then we can discuss that, but I'm not going to discard this friendship.
Do you feel like your friend is discarding you, or do you feel like it's more so of just you kind of hanging in the wind until?
It went to zero communication. So what would you perceive that as?
You know, they just doing their thing right now. We grown. They doing their thing right now.
It's life, bruh.
Not life.
Okay.
It's like people get busy and do like forget, like yeah, I know you're your best friend, but shit, I'm going through it right. I don't want to talk to you right now, bro. Like I understand.
That's
that.
not the same.
Especially when you're involved. What if they're involving children? If they're involved in financial struggles? If they're involved in different things, like when life happens that you like it comes fast. Sometimes it just their mindset don't be like, well, let me.
Then you waking up next to this person every morning and doing this, bro. That person feel the type of
she
way.
probably
She
beating
hold
up
you down like you do, or hold you down like the best friend do, bro. You waking up to this chick every morning, calling your best friend. Oh, I feel. Man, she gonna feel some type of way, bro. Like they can't be like that. That shit has to change.
I agree with that. That's not up for debate. That's not the point.
Like I said, the community, but I'm saying, like you said, the communication.
The point is, you just don't shut the door on a long-standing relationship with nothing.
Maybe he don't know how to communicate.
I can't stand by that because I know this person communication.
But you know him without this. You know him without that female.
I know him with that female.
So what's the problem then? Like I don't
see that's
what's the really the problem? It's more than that. Then like I can see you shut down a zero. Okay.
That's why I asked.
Has that ever happened before?
Never.
Right.
Okay, so what does that tell you, D?
What does it tell me?
That he has something over there. He got something.
And that's fine. I'm not arguing with that part.
So let it marinate, and maybe he'll come around. But maybe he'll come around and tell you, like maybe I didn't know how to tell you.
Right. So when it do come back around, you're not gonna be receiving like he was. Come on back home.
I have not been as receptive as I was in the past because now I have decided that it's up to me to be guarded in that situation because you cannot discard me. I don't care what he got going on.
It's not
be the best friend.
So why do you think it's being discarded?
What is it?
So, but saying what?
What is it?
But I'm saying what? So what if he's trying to figure out how to?
He is probably.
No. What if he's trying to figure out how to get that shit to work with his wife to be cool with you? And it's just taking some time. You want it now. You want the communication, all this shit now. He need to tell you what his plan
Well,
is.
maybe he got a plan. You know what? That was a good point.
I didn't ask him about a plan.
But
I didn't ask about a plan.
You
just cannot go to that. That's just like if I left here today, and you didn't speak to me for 1 year. When you was ready to talk, I would have an issue with you, Barbara. That goes for anybody. If
you know what?
Left here,
and you know what?
Didn't talk to Deidre for 1 year.
And you know what?
Despite me calling her, despite me texting her, if she did that, I would.
But you know what? If you was my friend, you accept me when I take that call back in a year. If I called you and said I called and I didn't, so you wouldn't hear nobody out. And bro, I have a friend, you know, Big Easy, bro. He ain't talked to us for a while. He was off on his own shit. Not talking to us, answer all that shit.
He didn't answer none of
that. None of that, like, cause he was on some other shit. But when he came back,
it was like
he still had them friends there regardless, cause we know you know what I'm saying? We know what that is, bro. Like, we know that you off handling or doing what you in, and you ain't in your right mind, bro. But when you want to come back, you still got your niggas here and you still got that love for it, bro. Cause I was a friend before this shit happened. I'm gonna be a friend after.
When is your birthday?
November 15th.
Come on, my birthday November 15th. Come on.
It is?
Yeah, no lie.
That's why they see each other.
I agree. I had a reflection of myself.
I was gonna say, I see like the personality difference.
No, of course.
Because one thing you said was that, you know, when you was in your situation, you responded a different way. And
that's my same expectation because I expect my friends to treat me the way I would treat them. That's really all this boiled down to me. It ain't no underlying.
That's not gonna happen, bro. That's unrealistic, bro. That's unrealistic, bro. come on, D. You think, bro? Think of the level and shit that you put into your friends, bro. You can't expect all your friends to treat you the same. All the friends don't think like you. All of them don't have the same kind of compassion as you.
You may not think like me, but you've been my friend long enough to know how I think. So I feel like you should regard
me. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
It's not bend and flex and fold up for me.
Now, if I call
ice for me, just say something.
Now, if I call you and you just not gonna answer me, now what kind of mess is that for friends?
Who are you, a Virgo?
Yes, and
that makes sense.
You gotta at least say something back to me, right? Like if I'm taking you home,
I guess that go with that men away females thing, cause like I said,
y'all would just go like,
we ain't talked to E for a while.
But that's a whole.
But I'm just saying. It still goes into the topic of we not hearing from him, not knowing where he at. We called him on his birthday, on how he ain't hear nothing, on like all that. And when he got right or whatever, and he come back to the circle, it's love, bro. Cause you know what I'm saying? Like
that's y'all's decision.
But I'm saying that's exactly y'all.
Because if my girlfriend do me like that when she dating somebody and she drop me off, I'm
and we can. You know, two of my very best female friends. It ain't no way. It's no way that they gonna be. And to your point, I agree. It's different between men and women apparently, and maybe that's the point that I'm missing. Because the way I operate, it don't matter if it's a man or a woman. With me,
no, I understand
it don't
that.
matter.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, no, I hear that.
And I don't understand the idea of having a quote best friend, and then two of them that you know, we're gonna leave them nameless, but two women, we friends. A year, they'll be like, they'll think I'm dead. They be like, bro,
I could be in the trunk and you ain't gonna answer me.
You know, that actually did happen to me last year, though.
You in the trunk?
No. I'm about to say, I typically let people go, and then when they come back around, it's like, come on, baby, you know, and they can come on to my house.
No, I used to have, I don't know, that kind of shifts the conversation, but I had a best friend who, when she got with guys, it was cold turkey. Like, we didn't exist no more. We rarely hear from us.
Like you said, you know the
But it made me mad, and I had to have a conversation with her and let her know I'm your friend, and when he's here, I'm here. When he gone, I'm here. So you gotta act accordingly.
But I'm saying, why not have the same thing she just said with that dude? Say, bro, when she gone, or if this shit don't work out, I am here still, bro. As your friend.
We did not talk about that, you and I, in detail. I just gave a brief scenario. There have been quite a few different conversations and interactions and exchanges. At the end of the day, even before this just drop off, it was a very clear conversation about, so what is the expectation then? So are we going to remain as communicative as we are, or do we need to scale back? This is what I said. Do we need to scale back?
And said,
I'm still talking to you, right? And then within a week or two,
then you just drop off. No, I'm gonna be mad then too.
So I didn't say all that.
You playing with my emotions at that point.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you got friends.
What is he playing with emotions?
Hold on,
you don't have any emotions as it relates to your best friend. That's what you're telling me.
With my best friend, if you getting dick down and you ain't fucking with me and you disappear for 10 years, that bitch come back. If that bitch come back with one day, like
best friend, bro.
That nigga dog me out. I'm like,
and look,
come on.
And look, if that's the case, bro, you need to make a decision. You need to cut the shit out. Fuck having them to do that. And this shit then it's done. Like, if you feel like he ain't treating you like the best friend that you treat like, bro, it's on you. It ain't on him no more. Like, you see the shit like, okay, bro, this is going down. This. Bro, I'm not with that, my nigga. Like, it's gonna be this or that, nigga. And if you gonna do that, you done. So it gotta be on you, bro. Like, hey, fuck what they got going on. Don't put it on. No, it's on you, bro. And that's what that's a decision you gotta make, bro. And you probably don't want to make that decision.
Come on, close us out.
But no. Making a decision is not as terrible because you've already removed it. You've already
sacrifices.
I'm not making a sacrifice.
Yes, if it's a best friend you've been like that, it's a sacrifice. Well, it ain't a best friend like you say it is.
The reason that I'm not making a sacrifice is because I don't have anything else. Like, I'm not saying,
it's
I'm gonna go be here, I'm gonna go and do this. It's not a sacrifice if somebody else chose for me. That's what I'm trying to explain.
No, you choosing, bro.
All I'm doing is closing. I'm locking the door on a door that was already closed. That's not a sacrifice.
But I'm saying, like, You don't know, but I'm saying you don't know if it's. What if this shit don't work out with this girl and he wants to come?
That's between.
But I'm saying, okay, but I'm saying, so you don't know it's a lock over there. You don't know some shit. Life happens. You don't know what's.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, that person closing the door. I'm just putting a lock on it. I'm not saying I'm making a. I don't think that's a sacrifice for me. That's just a. All right, the chapter is done. You close the book. I'm gonna put it back on the shelf. On me.
Hey, nigga, make that decision, bro. I know you. You know what to do, bro. You know what to do, bro. Fuck out, man. Leave that shit on. That's drama, man. Cut that shit loose, bro.
Well,
if it was a
next
friend, bro, and they want to treat you really like a friend, man, can I smoke a cigarette? Yeah, Dio got me out. I fuck with it. No, not and like. No, that's a good conversation, you know what I'm saying?
Well, now you